She kind of like talks like ghetto.
Sometimes she does, and it pisses me off.
That's icky. Like I'm
Yeah.
just like,
We've had some storms roll through that knocked out our power and internet. So I just took that opportunity just to catch up on my reading. But now it's time to get back into Big Brother 28, BB28. Before I dive back into the game strategy, I just wanted to talk about something that seems to just rear its ugly head every season. Big Brother is a game, yes, but it's also a reflection of society on a much smaller scale. And honestly, this is part of it. This is the part of it, what I'm about to talk about, that's just frustrating, disappointing, and just off putting altogether. I wanted to make this a separate video because I needed to just get this off my chest. And I needed to just say how disappointing it is and just watching these moments unfold. Okay, so what am I talking about? The most recent thing is Haley's comment about Melody talking ghetto. Haley questioned why Melody talks that way when she's from Colorado. And what she was referring to was Melody saying things like bro and bruh. Personally, I thought it was just a generational thing, like a Gen Z thing. I hear them say that all the time, but I don't know. There's some undertones there. Um, and I just don't like it. Then there's Haley and Angela discussing ways intentionally annoy Lala around the house. And one example was just putting honey on the refrigerator door handle and just little petty things like that. And yes, that can be part of their game to annoy another house guest, but I don't know. They know that Lala cleans the house. I mean, she cooks, she cleans, and they know stupid things like that will bother her. But their goal was not only to annoy her, but to push her into reacting so she becomes a bigger target. I don't know. There's some undertones there as well. And on top of that, Haley has described Lala as aggressive. Lala isn't aggressive to me. She's loud. But throughout the season, I just see Haley as someone that's aggressive. Um, and her comments, some may see this as harmless or as isolated incidents. I don't. These are the kind of comments and behaviors are often what people mean when they talk about microaggressions. You don't have to use a racial slur to reveal your bias. Bias can show up in the assumptions you make, the words you choose, the stereotypes you reinforce, and who you repeatedly describe in certain ways. Um, this is the part of Big Brother I dislike the most because eventually people stop playing a game and start revealing pieces of themselves, like who they really are. And when you're being filmed 24/7, it's hard to keep that mask forever. And before anyone says, oh, you don't see everything, we don't see everything on the live feeds. No, we don't. Even former house guests, that's some of the stuff that they tend to use as an excuse when they come outside of the house saying, oh, the feeds don't capture everything. But we do see enough to evaluate patterns of behavior. And I'm not claiming to know these people completely, right? We only know what they show us. And I'm reacting to what they're showing us. Those are my observations. And yes, I'm judging those behaviors. If later there's evidence that Haley, gives me a reason to see things differently, I'm open to that, but I'm not gonna ignore repeated patterns simply because they're subtle or they're just microaggressions and they're harmful. I don't like it. I don't like Haley. Um, and I just hate that commentators begin, specifically black commentators like myself, begin to call out these things. They're dismissed as, oh, it's not a big deal. While the people on the receiving end, when the people who are talked about or on the receiving end of their shenanigans, it's experience and it's just felt differently. I hate seeing this. It happens every season. I call it out every season. And unfortunately, this season, it's not any different. All right. So now that I've got that off my chest, I've said my piece, I can try to shift my focus back to the strategy, the alliances, and the gameplay without carrying this into every single live feed update. But that doesn't mean I'm going to ignore it if it happens again. When it happens again, I'm just not. But also, I don't want to I'm trying not to keep it from appreciating the game of Big Brother, because I really do enjoy the game of Big Brother. I just don't like these moments. And I just think it needs to be called out. And that's it. So consider my thoughts on it. We don't have to agree. And we're going to get back to the game of talking Big Brother. All right. Bye.